Well, I could.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
What,
Art? What were you wanting to say, Art?
I'm the shortest guy on here. I'm only 4'6", so that makes me the elf of the show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I was just gonna say I'll pass the hat if I can get it that far, and we can all be elves.
Right. We should all have the same hat. You should have like passed
it. We are live, and see, Eagles. We're the only ones in the chat so far. Hopefully, a couple of people will join us soon. Floyd, right. What's up? Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Floyd's in the chat with us. And I just wanted to say, welcome to Drone Therapy Bucket List Boys, our Christmas party with our special guest, Art. Art, say something, Art.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here. Just been having a fantastic week because of Bill. He's really put me out there and really has helped my channel and has really helped me out. It's turning out to be a fantastic Christmas for me this year.
Well, that's very good. And I'm glad that you're here to join us. And we also have another special guest all the way from across the pond, Eagle VP. Say something, Keith.
Hello, everybody. Thanks a lot for having me on the show. You know, I have watched it before, but it's brilliant to be on and be invited on. And hopefully we're going to have a very good evening chat or afternoon chat, because it's 3 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time where you are from. And I've just supported Floyd's channel because I wasn't subscribed to his channel. So, you know, I will check your content out after the stream.
Well, that's pretty cool, and I'm glad to have you here with us too, Keith. And I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I want to switch it over to my other co-host. I will flip it to Ron first for him to give us his holiday salutations and give us maybe a brief idea of what's going on with the Xeno and some other updates. Ron?
Hi, Merry Christmas, and thank you, Bill, and thanks for this great panel we have on today. I'm honored to have Keith on our show today and Art the first time on, and it's going to be a great show. I'll have some some Xeno updates. We'll get into it later on after the greetings, and I hope we get a lot of people in here, and maybe we can all talk about some maybe some Christmas related stuff. And I'll pass it over to Bill H now, all the way from sunny Florida.
Well, it was not so sunny this morning. We had temperatures were in the 40s this morning when we got up, and the heater was on. So yeah, Christmas is trying to do its best impression down here in Florida. So we're kind of, it's funny because everybody, it's like, yeah, you see people wearing sandals and they got socks in their sandals. So yeah, that's kind of the way it goes here this time of year. No, I'm just having a ball right now, and want to I'm going to put a plug in. Art is having an unboxing tonight, and you don't want to miss it. Art, you're on at what? 5 p.m. your time?
Yeah, that'd be 7 p.m. your time.
7 p.m. our time. You guys don't want to miss that. And I got an update about something else for Art that I'll share in a little bit. But I'm just real excited today.
Cool. Well, that's wonderful, and I'm glad that we got everybody on here today. And I can see we're starting to get a few people in the chat. We got Raymond Millwood's in here now. What's up, Raymond? We got Mikey B, the Drone Ranger. He's been hollering at everybody and saying hey to everybody. Floyd's even saying hi to you, Art, and Mike's saying hi. Cool. Just want to give everybody a shout out. I see Drone Nuts in here. He's yelling at Ron and everybody else. Howdy, Drone Nut. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I've been playing with my Osmo Pocket here lately. I actually put up a little thing about the moon last night. That's what I shot it with. It's kind of neat. So I'm still experimenting with my Osmo Pocket and playing around with it, and hopefully with the weather it'll get a little bit better and I can get the drones back in the air. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to pass it back to Ron and let Ron give us some more information. Ron?
Thank you, Bill. As you all know, I've purchased the Hubsan Xeno, and I've done 4 or 5, 6 videos on it already. And I found quite a few issues with it. I'm going to say the firmware wasn't fully baked yet, and for about a week I was not even able to fly it because it would not connect with the app, the phone app, the Hubson phone app, but they did a series of updates on Monday the 17th, and I am now able to connect with the app again. I'm able to fly. The weather's been bad around here, so I just had one short test flight this week, and all the camera functions are in place. But it seems like the soft focus issue may even be a little bit worse after these rounds of updates. I mean, I don't want to prematurely judge it. I'm going to have to give it a few more tests, but so far the soft focus issue remains. If anybody in the chat room has any questions on the Xeno or anything, I'll be watching it. They could just ask me in the box. Just the overview, the hardware seems good on it. It's the firmware that is the big miss so far, and that that could change. Even the Mavic 2 came out needing a firmware upgrade this summer, fall, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll throw it back to Bill H on that one.
Thanks, Ron. Had a lot of DJI news this week. They came out with a Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual, DUAL, which has a dual camera, and one of it is a FLIR MSX. The FLIR MSX, what that means is it's also an RGB camera. Now, the resolution on that, it's not the best, and it's not designed to be the best, but it's going to enable first responders and law enforcement to be able to do a whole lot more than what the original Mavic 2 Enterprise. Now, I did hear from Romeo Dersher. He is the product safety director at DJI. And I asked him, I said, are the cameras swappable between the Mavic 2 Enterprise and the Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual? And he said, unfortunately, no, they are not swappable. Wow. And that's caused quite a bit of stir with a lot of people and a lot of law enforcement agencies that have already bought Mavic 2 Enterprises. Now, one of the real interesting things that I found out in the past few days, I've done a couple of videos on this, and I've had a lot of people ping me and say, well, from the start, DJI, really kind of dragged their heels and then finally said that the camera between the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom were swappable. Well, I got a video coming out on that to tell everybody. It was announced at the launch event on August 23rd in Brooklyn, New York. Michael Oldenburg said clearly the cameras will be swappable for a fee through DJI. It was from the start. So a lot of people got a lot of misinformation on that. Now I want to give you an update on Art. As you know, Art's going to have an unboxing. It's going to be his Phantom 3 case tonight. So guys need to tune in for that. The other thing is I did order a Mavic Air for Art, and it's on its way. Unfortunately, it's on that slow boat from China over here, and it's probably not going to get to him. I would say probably earliest a week from Monday, and my apologies for that, Art. I also did get DJI Care Refresh for that too. So, and I'm in process of being able to, I'm looking for the best deal for a case for you, Art, and another battery and some propellers. So we're going to get you all hooked up with that. So wanted to give you an update. And it is, the color I chose was red because I didn't want to get a white one for you because I know you get a lot of snow out where you're at.
Yeah.
And a black one would probably be hard to find. I think the red one would kind of stick out. So that's why I ordered that color for you. So I'm cool. Thrilled. And I just want to take this time to thank the drone community for pooling their resources together to help out my good friend here, Art, and giving him a very Merry Christmas. It's been incredible. I know Lloyd Mendenhall has already sent him something as well. I think Ken Herron's going to be sending some things. So it's this drone community. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of communities here on YouTube, but without a doubt, we're the best because, when we see a need, we respond to it. And that's what I did. I saw a need with Art, and I said, you know what? Art's a great guy. Let's help him out. So I'll turn it back over to Mr. Bill Thomas.
Well, it sounds to me like that would be a perfect time for Art to come in and give us an update on what he would like to do. And then after Art's finished, we'll roll it over to Keith, and maybe he's got some drone news and updates he would like to give us. Art?
Cool. Yeah. Let's see.
You can talk about whatever you want to. Take your time. There's no hurry. Do whatever you want.
Well, some other very nice person who I've met on Facebook just sent me a DJI Tello to test out and review on my show. So, and that should get here sometime today. So I'm really excited about that. He got me the works. So it's got extra batteries, power supply, all the goodies that come with it. So I'm really excited about that. And it's a great start for my channel. Also, I've got my unboxing tonight. That's going to be exciting. I got something announcement I have for Jeff Sills. So that'll be exciting. So it's going to be something like that. All right.
I have a case. I have all this. I have the controller.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I like my Tello. I don't ever fly it like a lot of those people do. Will fly it up to 100 meters and stuff because I'm too afraid it's going to fly away. I don't trust it.
Yeah. I'll probably, do all kind of testing on it, and I think it's more of an indoor drone or a drone maybe in certain tight spots. If you're outside, that would be perfect for that.
No, that's very good. So is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we jump it over to Keith and see what updates Keith might want to throw at us?
Well, go ahead. Let Keith take over.
All right. There you go. Keith, it's up to you now. What are you going to provide for?
Well, because the weather here in the UK ain't been that good, so I haven't been out flying. I mean, I fly the Phantom 3 Advanced, although I would like him have it, but because in England you don't get a lot of good weather till April, May time before, so very rarely I get out in the winter. But I was thinking about talking about the Pocket because I see some good reviews and I see some bad things about it. Now I hear you say that you've got the Pocket, so have you done any much with it at the moment on the review side?
I've got a few little things that I don't like about it. You can't use it with a tablet because the gimbal will end up getting in the way. The tablet's just too big. So, and you can put it on a phone. As of yet, they don't have a way to mount it on a tripod. You can't use Wi-Fi with it yet until all the expansion kit and stuff come out. I have had, this is one thing that was weird. I was shooting in 4K at 60 frames a second, and then I uploaded it to my computer, and the video was glitched horribly bad.
Oh, wow.
I haven't tried shooting at 60 frames since then. I backed it to, maybe I was thinking, okay, maybe the unit's got an issue or something. So I backed it to 4K at 30 frames per second to see if it was be okay. And that seemed to be fine. And so I don't know if maybe, but I'm running, a good SD card. So I don't see what the issue would be there. I mean, I know the transfer rate's 100 megabits per second, but it was just that one file. And I've done some low light stuff.
So overall, are you pleased with it then?
Oh, yes. I'm pleased with it. It's trying to get used to having something so tiny.
Yeah.
And it's got, and for old eyes, you know how it is. You got this little 1-inch square screen.
Yeah. Because
it's awkward when you plug it up like this, because this is how you get access to what they call the DJI Mimo app.
Yeah.
That gives you, you can put your thumb on the screen and you can articulate the gimbal that way and move it around. You can track with it that way. You have access to the time lapse and all that stuff, which is more programmable with the Mimo app. And eventually they're going to have this thing with the Mimo app called My Story, to where it'll kind of pull all these files in and create something for you.
Yeah.
So I like it, to be honest with you. I think it's going to need a couple more firmware updates to get all the little bugs worked out with it. But I don't think there's going to be anything major glitch-wise that's going to cause it, Yeah. I think it's just going to get better from here.
Yeah, yeah, because you know I'm still undecided. You know, I mean, I've got the DJI Mobile 2 that I use quite a bit. Yeah, and I think I've been undecided whether to go for the Hero 7 or the new Pocket. Looking at the reviews that I've looked at, you know, at the moment I'm thinking about the Hero 7 more than the Pocket.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Keith. I feel the same way. I couldn't choose between the Hero 7 and the Pocket, but ultimately, I think the Hero 7 would be better for me to record, like, you know, B-roll footage on a drone because of the wider lens and the fact that it's more durable and mounts on anything. You know, that's more reason I picked more than anything to do with video quality or anything like that. And the Hero 7, I haven't got it yet, but it supposedly has that good stabilization, not of course as good as a gimbal like the Pocket has, but maybe good enough.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, Ron, because, you know, I mean, I've got 4 cameras because I used to have my own video filming business. I used to do commercial work, weddings and so forth like that. And in those days, I had a slider, I had a crane and everything like that. Now all I've got is a Zion crane, and I use that quite a lot with me Canon and my Panasonic cameras. But I was just thinking about going round when I'm doing my vlog type of videos, whether to get the Hero 7 because it's a lot smaller. It's adaptable as well. You know, you can put it underwater, you can put it on your chest or on a helmet cam or whatever. So that's why I was thinking more towards the Hero 7.
Let me ask you this, Keith. The videos you made, like where you went in the Christmas store, you made a couple of them. What rig were you using to make those videos?
I was using my phone with the Osmo Mobile 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So it's, you know, I've only got an LG phone, but it's 1080p. I get good quality out of it. And for filming in stores, I think that's all you want. But outside, it's normally with the Lumix FZ2000 or my Canon camera with the Zion crane, you know. But it's you know, it's like going out with my drone. I love going out with the drone, but because I'm into because I had my own video filming business, I tend to use maybe 30 seconds to a minute of drone footage in a video because a lot, you know, I do the drone review show once a month now, and you do come across a lot of 8 to 10 minute drone footage videos where they're just flying one way and then they come back, then they turn the drone round, and you think, well, why don't you edit it? Why don't you know? I mean, this it's like camera movements. You should have a reveal, a pull shot, a dolly shot, a crane type of shot where you go up, and they're the four shots that you should intertwine in a video, in a drone video. And then if you come, that's brilliant. That,
see how awkward though it is. You see what I'm saying though? It's just the way it hooks up and everything. And then if you want to do like time lapse and stuff, you literally would have to mount your phone on a tripod and pray that it didn't like slip loose over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I mean, I love the camera for something that's quick, small, and on the go. You're going to be able to vlog anywhere and everywhere, like easy. So somewhere down the road, I got a feeling that they're going to fix the Mimo app to where you can go live, just like you can with the DJI stuff. And then this camera will blow up then.
So has the phone got to be attached then?
No. I mean, I can take it off. Hang on.
Yeah, and you still get Bluetooth then? No,
that's the bad thing is you have to buy a separate attachment. They're going to come out with a Wi-Fi attachment that you hook on the bottom.
Yeah,
and then you'll be able to have Wi-Fi. But see, you can do everything. But that's such a tiny screen.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been better if it had done the Bluetooth to the camera, where you could have carried the camera separate, because it is a bit fiddly with having with having the phone connected to the camera.
I think what's going to be the big selling point of the Osmo is the with the software, the extra parts of the software, what it will do.
Yeah.
And the vlogability of it, not so much like like you all were saying, for your B-roll, for your wide cinematic shots and stuff like that. Your action camera is going to be much better.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just meant for like one-on-one. The biggest reason I got it is because it's got tracking features. We have 2 really young grandsons that we can hook up to, and my wife and I can play with them and watch everything that we're doing, and it'll track everything. And we won't have to go, try to hold the camera and play with the baby. And
yeah, agreed on that. Yeah.
Keith, does the Osmo 2 Mobile have tracking?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. On the DJI Go out. Yeah.
I was going to say, because I have the Xiaomi Zoom 4 gimbal, and it has tracking, just like Bill's describing too. It's a tracking button, just like the drones do.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about the Pocket is that it's that small. It's made to fit in your pocket. It's light. You can carry it around with you all the time. Whereas like the Osmo Mobile 2, it's not that heavy, but it's in a case. I mean, it's always in the car with me, so I always carry all my equipment in the car, because you never know what situation is going to arise. Where because I used to work for a local news channel doing bits, I still do. So they phone me up and they might say, "Oh, there's been an accident. Can you go to it?" I mean, it's only voluntary, but it keeps my hand in the commercial side of things as well.
Right. I've done photography, kind of on and off all my life too. Not necessarily professional, but amateur. And what you're saying about the Pocket is you always have it with you. That's the main advantage of it. Where like the Osmo 2 Mobile, that's what we call considered photography. You only have that when you know in your mind what you're going to shoot before you get it out. So that's even with like a big camera or whatever. Or I say with drones too. Like my Phantom 4, that's a very considered photography. I only take that with me when I know I'm going to capture, some kind of video, where I may throw the Spark in the car or my bag, when maybe I may not take any drone video, but it doesn't hurt to take along. It's kind of like the Pocket, sort of the Spark of cameras.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, because it's like the Mavic Air or the Mavic Pro or any of those small ones, Spark, they are so light to carry about. You haven't got a big case, and you can always have them with you in case you can be out anywhere and you think, oh yeah, that's a nice view. You get it up in the air, take a couple of minutes of footage, fetch it down, and you're traveling along. You might see another location and you think, oh, that'd be good as well. So and that's why when I go out with my drone, it's always a case of I might only do 2 or 3 minutes flying at different locations, and then I'll edit that footage together.
Good. I got a question for Bill Atrill fans. Bill, you with me? How soon before we hear rumors of a Pocket 2?
That's like a $10,000 question, Ron. I'm thinking something like that. I don't think we're going to see any kind of major updates or anything on that. Minimum 6 months, probably. I'm going to even guess probably maybe even a year from now, because I think what DJI wants is for their accessories to sell and to sell well. And I think that's where personally, here's my opinion. I think they're kind of like breaking even on selling the Osmo Pocket as is, but what they're gearing up on is all these accessories, because they're going to have the pouch that it comes with, as Bill showed, that's a bare bones kind of a thing. They're going to have a real nice case. You'll be able to recharge it in. They're going to have that, Wi-Fi connection. They're going to have supposedly a case that will go around it as well. They're going to have all kind. They're going to have. There's going to be filters for it as well. I mean, there's going to be a whole host of things, and that's where DJI they're going to make a boatload of money on that. So I'm thinking it's going to be a minimum of probably next year at this time before we would see it too.
Yeah, agreed on that.
Bill, do you think most of the issues that the Pocket have so far can be solved in firmware updates going forward? Like maybe in 6 months, there'll be almost be like a whole new camera with the firmware updates correcting all the issues, various issues people have pointed out.
I do, Ron. Oh, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I like what Bill H is saying. I think that the Pocket is nowhere near opened up as much as it can. We're nowhere near all its attributes. And as we get these accessories, they're going to use these new attributes. Like, we may even have 1080 at 240, and we don't even know yet what they may still have in store for 4K. But as like he's saying, to entice people to buy the Pocket and these accessories, they're going to start opening up more and more abilities of what this little camera can do. Just like I don't think that the Mavic 2 Pro is even close to what it can do.
No, I agree on that, Bill. Yeah.
I think part of the zoom, everybody's saying zoom's better, zoom's better, zoom's better. Yeah, right now it's I think they're running neck and neck. I think picture quality by the Pro's better, but I think within the next 6 months or so, you're going to see them open the door on the 2 Pro, and you're going to see that big camera do a lot more than anybody knows yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I'm of the opinion that yes, the majority of the issues can be fixed with firmware, and what can't be fixed with firmware, they're going to make an accessory for.
Yeah, get us to spend our money on those accessories. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it for a couple of months just to see what comes out. Then I've got a friend who's got the Osmo, the Hero 6, so I can always borrow that because that's the beauty of being in a community. If you are missing some sort of gear, you can always borrow it. Because where I live in Cleethorpes, I've got aerial views and histories. Steve, he's a droner. He's got the Mavic Pro. We've got a couple that go out exploring. They've got different gear. So I interviewed those the other night on my channel, and we agreed that we'll go out together and we'll share our gear. Because it's like going out to produce a film or a video. If you've got 3 or 4 with you, you all get different footage and you can all work together as a team. Because movies, there isn't just one person, it's many. You go see a show, it's not one person, it's many people that get involved in making those. And this is the problem, that on YouTube you get into these communities and we can all assist each other because we've all got different attributes. I mean, I'm no good at scripting, but I know people that are good at script writing. There's people that are better presenters than me. There's people that are better at picking a soundtrack out, music or whatever. So you associate with them, and you all work together.
Yeah, that's great. That's really, really cool. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's people like that we kind of hang out with, and we know, like Billy Kyle and them. And for a young, he talks about, I know he's breaking into the drone business and stuff like that, but I've told him too, I'm like, you don't understand. You have a unique ability as a creator and as a producer, and you need to sell those attributes just as much as your professional footage too, because I think he has the ability to make commercials and stuff like that, because of the way how he has his unique way of combining, like Keith was saying, he knows how to combine the music, he knows how to pick out proper music, he knows how to do the changes, he knows how to do the transitions, all that stuff. And I think he's selling himself short by not putting that in his portfolio as part of what he's selling to his potential clients.
And yeah, this is it.
If I may interject.
Go right, Art, go for
it. I've been following several other vloggers that they incorporate drones into their vlogs. They're not exclusively drone vloggers, but they use a drone in their videos, and that is Will Dosovich and his sister Haley Dosovich. Another good one is Daniel Marsh. They're all out of the Philippines. Will and Haley, they were born in California, but their mother is Filipino. Will is now living in the Philippines, and he travels all over the world, and he does some really great drone footage on his trips. Haley Dosovich just did a trip with her family of Kosovo and Montenegro, and she got some really beautiful drone footage of the old city of Kotar in Montenegro. So check out those vloggers, Haley Dosovich, Will Dosovich. Will Dosovich has, I think, 1.4 million subscribers right now. And he's only been on YouTube for maybe 2 years. And his show is all about pushing your limits and positive outlook, and he's just a great vlogger. So check him out. There are several other vloggers in the Philippines. There's Bud Brown. He does some drone footage. And another good one is James Tanner. He does a show out of the Philippines called My PI Dreams. And he's an American expat that's married to a Filipina. And his show was about building his home in the Philippines. And right now his home is nearly complete, but he's still doing some drone footage. And one of my favorite drone footage that he did was when he went to Lake Taal, and he went out to the volcano in the middle of the lake, and there's a lake inside that little volcano where he took his Phantom 4 out there and just took some breathtaking videos. And he also did some great videos of his house while it was being built. So that was very interesting. So there are a lot of really good videographers and vloggers out there. So go check them out.
And we'll do it.
Cool, Art. Did you know?
Well,
I don't know if you knew or not, Art, but my wife is Filipino.
Oh, cool. Where is she from?
Family in the Philippines and stuff. And there's actually quite a few Filipino people in Coast to Coast Drones now. There's more and more coming in. But yeah,
cool.
It's a beautiful place. I've never been to the Philippines.
No,
I go really, really bad, and she wants me to take my drone over there and fly. Hopefully sometime this summer I'll finally get to go.
Well, I look forward to that then, Steve. Yeah.
I went back in 2017. I didn't have a drone with me this time, but I do have some footage of my vacation on my regular channel. It's Arthur Carlson. So it's on there. So I split it up into 3 segments, and there's one where you'll see me out there fishing off the coast of Puerto Galera, Mindoro, Philippines. So that's a nice thing about having a GoPro. It's waterproof, and next time I go, I'm going back in 2020 and taking about 3 weeks off and just really go see the country from north to south. So I'm really excited. And the Mavic Air will be just perfect for that trip.
Well, I'm hoping that we can actually, I'd like to take the Mavic 2 Pro, but yeah, I got a feeling that that's the Mavic Air is what we'll end up taking over there for that too.
Yep.
Bill H, I
Yes,
see you
sir.
looking at your phone. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Everybody's like looking on their computers and stuff and looking at crazy. I was like, oh, is everybody looking up drone news or what? And I was just like, hey.
Well, you know, everybody thought that when DJI postponed their announcement, because the DJI Enterprise was supposed to have their announcement on Monday, and it was interesting how it leaked out. It got onto UAS Weekly. And what the article, it was the actual press release from DJI Enterprise. I mean, it was word for word, verbatim, and it got leaked out. Apparently, what DJI did is they filtered it out to a couple of news organizations, kind of like real softly and under the table. And then next thing you know, we have an announcement. We have a new drone out there. Now, the thing on this drone is, and people are just like, you know, their jaw drops when they hear how much it is. It's $2,699 US. But I think the thing that people need to realize is with these FLIR MSX cameras, they can run to $10,000. So, you know, organizations, and the other thing is, you know, people were all upset about not being able to swap those cameras in and out. And somebody brought up a good point. If you're, let's say, you know, fire rescue, you're going out to a scene, you know, you can have the Mavic 2 Enterprise get up there with its zoom type camera to be able to check out the area, and then you can send up the Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual to take a closer look. And the nice thing about that is, you know, you have the different capabilities on both of these drones, and I think that's fantastic. But I think the one thing that people are just like really are just like, why would DJI do something like this? Why wouldn't they have released this at the same time they released the Enterprise? And there's all these people with these conspiracy theories and saying, you know, DJI's out for a money grab and all this stuff. Well, let me say something here, okay? I think there was a stat that I saw, probably 75 to 80 people got lives were saved by drones this year across the world. And, you know, if it saves one person, it's worth it. And, and I can tell you, for what you're going to get, for what these fire departments are going to get, let's say they'll spend $5,000 to get a Mavic 2 Enterprise and a Mavic 2 Enterprise Dual. That's a bargain compared to, say, like what Brian from Smoky Mountain Aerial Imaging, I mean, he spent $30,000 on his M210, and he has the FLIR type camera on there as well too. So I mean, this is a bargain for these for smaller, you know, type work, you know, fire departments in the EMS. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. This is something that's really going to do this. The other news that was just absolutely plastered all over the place was, and I'm sure you probably heard over by the UK, is the drone incidents at Gatwick. And I have a friend from southeastern England. Ian Jones is his name, and he was telling me, you know, he pinged me right away to let me know about this. And I'm like, he said, you need to watch this, Bill. And I did, and I got on. And, you know, for the life of me, and maybe you can shed some light on this, I really didn't see any concrete footage of any drones out there. I know people said they spotted them and they saw them, but I haven't seen pictures. I haven't seen verifiable proof. I mean, is it like something like from the X-Files? Is it Mulder and Scully? Is it just, or is this, you know, or is this something that's really real? I personally, what I think it is, I think maybe somebody flew over there and then they just went ape out there and said, we got to shut everything down. We got to call a halt to this. And then, you know, now everybody who flies a drone is a terrorist. They're an enemy. We need to lock them up. We need to take their drone. They can never fly again. We're going to make the rules so strict that you can't even fly in your house. I mean, you know, they're just going nuts with this kind of stuff. And that's what's driving. And that's what I told my friend Ian. I said, that's driving me nuts, guys. Seriously. I mean, you know, all of us, you know, we go out there, we're responsible, okay? We don't do reckless things with our drones, okay? Right. We love aerial photography. We love aerial videography. You know, and the thrill of just being able to get out there and fly around and see some things that we normally can't see. You know, the vast majority of us are like that. Then we have these so-called I'll use the word idiots loosely here, or idiot that did this, and then, you know, he's making a name for himself. That's all I gotta say, and it's not good. So I'm just hoping that this dies down, this simmers down, and for you over in the UK, you know, it's like, you know, oh my gosh, you know, is it going to be, you know, are they going to pass a law and says, you know what, you can't fly within 20 miles of an airport now, or something like that? That being ridiculous.
Yeah, I can see that happening, Bill, but I agree with you. We haven't seen any images at all of anything flying over Gatwick Airport. I see they've arrested 2 people tonight. A 47-year-old man who works in the double glazing industry, and his wife, 54-year-old wife. Now, at 47, I can't see you flying over Gatwick Airport. You know, I mean, at 47, you are responsible. Now, if it was an 18-year-old or a 15-year-old, yeah, I could understand that, but not a 47-year-old. He lives in suburbia England. You know, he's got, looking at it, a detached home. He's got a decent job. He's got children. You know, I just can't understand if it is right that a 47-year-old would do that. With, you know, he's a drone enthusiast. That's what they've said. He knows the rules. So, you know, I can't see anybody doing that. But a young person, yes. You know, because, I mean, you know, middle-aged people or our age group, we are responsible people. But it's like going back to the old CB days. You know, you used to have a good community on that. That was broke up because of idiots, young ones who messed it all up. And it's like everything, you know, you've got people on Facebook, you've got trolls on YouTube, on live streams. All they want to do is break people up, break the community up, stop us really doing something that we all enjoy doing.
Keith, I don't know if you have the same you know, vibe over there as we do in the U.S., but a lot of them are concerned about flying these drones near the airport because of terrorism.
Yeah,
and this person you described that got arrested, he certainly doesn't fit the bill as any type of terrorist law, which is the big concern over here, is drones being used as terrorists, even though it's never really happened. You know, they're you know, so concerned about something could be used in terrorism that they somehow have attached drones to it, even though, again, it has never happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, over here in the UK, it's really the biggest bugbear with drone flyers, or, you know, not the majority of drone flyers, is taking goods into prisons, flying over the perimeter fence and dropping the drugs, dropping the phones, dropping whatever. Now but I mean, they've got the technology to put up an invisible barrier, you know, so why don't they use this technology? They've got you know, it only needs 3 machines at an airport, and that puts the invisible barrier up. So if somebody is flying a drone, it hits it, bang. But what gets me is with the RC community flying planes and helicopters, they never have the problems. It's only because the drone's got a camera on and they think that that's it, it can be used for terrorism, because they can put it up and take an aerial shot of maybe whatever. And these are my views on it, you know. But for the ordinary person like us, or people like us, it's an hobby. As Bill said, we all enjoy taking video or photography, aerial views, because it's different. I mean, up to what, 4 years ago, it would have cost us thousands to get a professional to get an aerial shot.
Right. And it's amazing. We live in great times that, you know, if you're intending on going any place, you could go on YouTube or any place now and see either drone footage or drone pictures, and seeing something from 100 feet up, or I don't know how many meters that is for Keith.
Yeah.
30 meters up or whatever, it makes an area look entirely different than you standing on the ground and taking a picture at eye level. It's like night and day. Your perspective of the location you're at, or you may want to visit. So, you know, going forward, it's going to be, you know, great to everybody who's going to be able to see what an area looks like that they intend to visit or move to. I mean, you know, just to see everything, to get an idea of the terrain and what's nearby. And it's great times we live in, really, with all this aerial video and pictures, especially if you like to travel and explore.
Yeah, because I mean, we're doing that show that I do. I mean, I look at roughly about 30 channels a week to pick a channel that we don't know about, because there's always new droners coming in onto YouTube and putting up their footage. I mean, one of the things that I wanted to do, and I still want to do, is I don't know whether you ever watched that Day in the Life that Ridley Scott did. He got a load of YouTubers to film a day in their life. I would like to do that, a day in the life of the drone community.
That's a great idea, Keith.
Yeah.
You know, we all pick a day and we all go out, and then what we do is upload the footage unlisted, send each other the link, and then we all edit each other's footage as well as our own into, say, a 20-minute video. And the reason why I'd like to do it is because we'd have drone footage from throughout the world, and we'd all edit the footage differently and tell a different story.
Didn't Aussie Mark do something like that also within the past year or so?
No, I interviewed Mark, and I asked him if he'd be interested in doing it, and he said yeah. But like everything on YouTube, I got about 5 people that said yes, but you want about 20 or 30 people involved, you know, from different areas. And I've mentioned it quite a few times on the review show that I do, and I still can't get enough people interested. And yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, count me if you ever get it going again, Bill. Count me. I mean, Keith, count me in again. Count me in this time.
Yeah. Well, you know, all we've got to do is pick a date, and then we all go out. You know, and if it's raining or it's foggy or you can't get out, you go out the next day, and then all the footage is uploaded to our different YouTube channels, unlisted. We send each other the link, and then we edit it, and you know, we all upload at the same time then, or roughly the same time.
JB!
And we see the difference.
Great idea.
If you all notice, one of the people that just joined the chat is Justin Barrett. He's one of the people that I learn a lot of my hit film stuff from. It's really cool to see him jump in here with us during the holidays. I like the beard. I don't care what you say.
Good evening.
This is one of the guys that I learn a lot of my hit film tricks and stuff. When you all see me making video FX and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, he actually was invited by Hit Film over the last 3 weeks to put together some tutorials, and some of his work is up on the FX Home website and their YouTube channel. That he gives some really intricate details on what you can do with the software that I love so much. And I'm glad to see you in here, Justin.
Hey, glad to be here, man. I'm hoping this is the right mic I got set up on the system here.
Oh, we can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll introduce the first gentleman. Art he's a Phantom 3 pilot, and he likes to share with us too. The second gentleman is Bill, the drone reviewer, Bill Horosz. And Keith is the Eagle VP from England. And as I've already introduced, Justin Barrett, he does a lot of video and fine work like that. And Ron Brown, our Xeno specialist and the Hubson affiliate man, who gives us up-to-dates and stuff on that. Welcome, Justin, and glad you could jump in for the holidays with us.
Well, thanks, man. Glad to be here. I'm the only non-drone person in the group, I think, but I just couldn't resist the invitation to pop in and chat for a bit.
Well, the cool thing was that the fact that you were here is Keith, who just happens to be a video professional, very similar to yourself, was talking about the different types of shots needed for drone videos, all of which I'm sure would relate to anything that you could discuss with us. What were those things again, Keith?
Well, there's a reveal, there's the dolly shot, there's the crane shot, there's about 7 different types of shots that you should use with a drone, similar to camera shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all you do with a drone is telling a story. You're telling a story with a flying camera, and so you need to be able to construct that story in the same way as you would with the camera locked off on a tripod or handheld or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed on that, Justin. You know, and
wow, Greg's in the chat too. Did you see this? Greg Motion's in here too, Justin.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that another gentleman in the chat, you can see Gray Motion, who just entered. He is the guy that helped me make the Christmas tree that I posted for and I had posted to get Hit Film to notice and all that stuff. He had made the tutorial on how to create it and everything.
Cool. Yeah, I actually had to pause the video over on YouTube because it was conflicting. I was getting double feed here with the live feed and one kind of blended with the one from the YouTube.
We always,
stream.
I'm sorry, when we do the Hangouts, we just mute the main feed and just go off the Hangouts feed.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to try to get into some other software, but today our main intention was just try to get as many people in for the holidays, and we thought the Hangouts would be the best way to get people on. Yeah. Eventually, we could overload the software and see if it would shut down.
There we go.
So what's your channel called then, Justin? Because
mine's called.
I'd like to follow you.
Mine's called A Clever Tagline. I was trying to figure out what to call it way back in the day, and when I began doing some of these tutorials and stuff, and so I'm scripting my first idea, and every channel out there has got some kind of a clever tagline. I thought as they end their videos, so just as a placeholder, I just put until next time, clever tagline. And then the more I said it, it just kind of stuck. So
yeah, and he does great work. Hang on a second, now I'm going to throw something up in the chat here so that you all can get an idea. And you all were talking about how people like Keith, you were talking about how you had different people in the drone community that were good in different aspects of editing or finding music. And click that link and check out Justin's tutorial. And you'll get, I think he's got the whole picture together. Of course, he's been doing this for quite a while. So.
No, I'm not sure which one this is. I'll have to pull it up and see myself.
It's the newest one that you did.
Okay.
For FX, the one.
For FX Home? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out then when the stream finishes.
But like I said, it's really cool to have him. I wish it would have been really, I'm glad that I wish that Greg would actually hop on here. I'd like to get some of his cool input on the Christmas tree. If you get a chance, go over and check out Gray Motion's channel and check out his tutorial using Hit Film to make a particle Christmas tree.
It was pretty fun. I watched it the other day.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Hey, I see Bill's back. Is there anything else you'd like to interject, Bill?
Oh, I always have something to interject, my friend. No, I just, one of the things that has really overwhelmed me since last Saturday, I spent the whole day last Saturday getting together the GoFundMe for Art, putting a video together, and getting the word out. And guys, you need to go out there and read some of these comments, and you would not believe some of the emails, wonderful emails I've gotten from people. And and I'll tell you what, as I told Valerie, I said, you know what my #1 Christmas gift was, and I got a lot of. The other thing is, I just finished 12 days of Christmas giveaway. Okay, we have giveaways every day, 12 straight days, 7:30 at night. I had so many people tell me that, Bill, they had never won anything in their lives, and these guys are in their 40s and their 50s. It just brought tears to my eyes. I'm like, wow, that I can, and I'm giving away landing gear and all, just all kind of nice accessories. And these guys saying, I never won anything before, Bill. This is just like, wow. And that really hit me. And the other thing that really hit me is all the comments from people that are donated for art. And I told these people, I said, look, I said, you know what, $1, if you can give me $1 is great. $5 is great. I don't care. And I said, and also do yourself a favor, go over and subscribe to Art's channel. He's got some great videos hanging up there. And I know Art and I chatted a little bit about this, but he's gotten a bump in terms of his subscribers on his channel. Yeah. So I could not be more thrilled about that. And it's, to me, I told my wife, I says, you know what, this is my Christmas gift this year, is being able to do this for Art, and being able to get him a case for his Phantom 3 to make it easier for him to get outside, and get him a very portable, brand new drone that he can get up in the air without much effort and be able to carry it around. It warms my heart, and it warms my heart. I know I keep signing off about this, but with Valerie and I, it just really, Art, you really hit the right nerve with us, because we really just felt compelled to go ahead and do this. And that's why I spent my day Saturday getting all this together. And I even got her in the video. Now, you guys know, Valerie will join me for live stuff, but getting her on a video, that's really kind of like I'm having to, pull teeth to do that. She didn't hesitate. She did not hesitate to come on the video with me. And Art, we love you. We're here for you. You need us. You have my phone number. I've given Art my phone number. You need to just talk sometime. Do that. And what we're going to do is this. Going forward from the GoFundMe, I'm gonna go out there and change some things. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna help Art get to Spin Up 2019. I want to be able to pay for his plane ticket, pay for his the ticket to Spin Up, and pay for lodging for him. And I think it would be great, because a lot of people he really likes are there, because he mentioned things, he likes Billy Kyle, he likes, Rick Smith from Drone Valley, Original Dobo, all guys that I know and really admire and stuff. Ken Herron is there, and Art, you would fit right in. It would just be a wonderful time. And I'm looking forward to going next year too. I'm going to make that a priority. Although I got to say, I have a little bit of a more higher priority is, my daughter's expecting in end of June, beginning of July. So that's my number one thing that I'm kind of looking forward to in 2019. But and I want to, and another thing before we get going anymore here is Mr. Bill Thomas is one of my very favorite people in the drone world. He got me hooked in. It was probably earlier this year. Brought me in, and I tell you what, my channel has exploded. My subscribers have exploded. I've gotten to know some tremendous people, and I'll tell you what, one of the most tremendous ones is Mr. Bill Thomas, because he has such a wonderful love for drones. But you know what else? Bill really likes people. And I'm going to be on my soapbox about this. Bill, you are just absolutely, positively, you encourage me. You always say the right things to me when we chat during the day, and it brings me a lot of encouragement. So I'm sorry, I've been on my soapbox here. So.
Well, something I wanted to bring up for people who didn't quite know what it was. Spin Up is an event that they hold in Texas, and they're going to try to make it a yearly event for drone enthusiasts. And basically what it is they have a lot of big-name drone pilots, like Bill was mentioning. They all get together and speak, and then the people who participate get to hang out with all their YouTube friends and so much, and get to learn more about drones and meet more of their fellow creators and stuff like that. And so that's it. Where is it? Where's the location exactly, Bill? Like near Austin?
Yeah, it was just north of Austin, and where they did it was at a minor league baseball park, and they were able to fly inside that. And I talked to Ken Dono a little bit, and he said it was incredible. He said it was just absolutely perfect venue to fly in. He said it was great.
Well, that's really, really cool. And like I said, something that's really big, and that's part of why I'm glad, even though Justin doesn't own a drone and doesn't have a drone, is that there's so much about the editing side of all drone videos. And we all know that there's a ton of drone videos out there that they're not edited real well. I know myself, I'm lazy when it comes to editing. I should spend more time with my drone footage. I spend more time creating video effects and things like that than I actually do with my drone footage. I know I could do better with it if I would spend more time on it. And that's part of the thing is I hear so much about Adobe this, Adobe that, Adobe the other. And I know that people can't really afford all that expensive software. Right. And economically, for the money, there is not software on the planet that touches what HitFilm can do at the price they sell it at. I'm shocked they don't sell it for more, because you got stuff like Power Director and things like that don't come close to the abilities that HitFilm has, and they're running the same price. And they want you to sign up for these monthly subscriptions to use templates. And then as soon as your monthly subscription or yearly subscription's over with, your templates are all gone. So they got you on the hook for that. And HitFilm's not like that. Once you buy that software, it stays updated. And if there's any glitches, they give you patches for that for the entire lifetime that you have that particular software. Now you can keep getting, you know, your monthly subscriptions, your yearly subscriptions, whatnot, and keep getting the upgrades to the software, but they're not going to take away attachments and parts here and there just to keep you hooked with the software. And they're very open to, like, if there's glitches and stuff that you find, they're always helpful with that. And the thing I love about the HitFilm community is it's just as close and just as tight knit as the drone community. That's how I know Justin. I had some issues with some things going on with it, and I started talking to him back and forth, and here he is with us on camera, and that's great. And that's part of what I think the issue is this is what true creation is. We've got so many people on YouTube that are telling you what you should do to build your YouTube channel. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not a creator. That's not a creator. I want somebody that's showing me. I'm telling you, I'm admitting I'm sometimes lazy with my drone footage. I need to do better at that. And that's being a creator. That's being honest and telling you what I'm doing. And if you fault me for that, that's fine. I'm taking that chance. But I don't need some formula or program or somebody telling me that I got to do this way or this way, because then I'm not feeling that I'm being a creator to myself. And that's just my opinion of a creator.
I couldn't agree more with what Bill said. You don't need to have a DJI Inspire and Adobe Premiere to make good content, you know, for YouTube. You know, you just need to use the tools you have, you know, to their, you know, take them to their fullest level, and you can produce, you know, great YouTube content. Said you don't have to have the best of everything.
You know, I agree with Ron on that, because, you know, I use Ken Dono gave me a nice Sony, and I use that for B-roll. But what I shoot with all the time, and people go, huh? When I tell them, I use my Galaxy Note 8. That's what I shoot with all the time. And the quality of the video, it's as good as or better than some Sony camcorders or Sony cameras or Canon. I mean, I challenge it all the time, and it's just like, wow, it's incredible. I am just, and that's why I honestly, you know, I could go out and get a camera, but, you know, for the results that I'm getting and the quality, you know, when I look at the videos now, a lot of guys, and here's another thing, and I think you guys will agree with me, both Bill and Ron, is a lot of guys will upload their YouTube videos in 4K. And let's be honest, okay, where do most of the people watch their videos? Okay, it's on their smartphones, all right? And you're not going to be, you know, 1080 is perfect for this, okay? You know, as far as that's concerned. So in the 4K, I mean, yeah, it's nice if you go home and you get on your 65-inch 4K, you know, Ultra HD TV and see it. It looks really nice. And, you know, I'll agree on that. And there are a couple of videos I did. But, you know, it's like I can get more throughput. I can get, number one, I can get more videos out. And I think one of the things about being a content creator, you know, it's a lot of work putting these videos together. And Bill knows this, and Ron knows this too. All you guys know this, okay? It's a lot of work. But the other thing is, if I can get more videos out there and more people watching my videos, you know, I'm doing my job, I think, you know, of being able to inform the drone community and getting my message out and what I want to get out, versus, you know, I'm still waiting. You know, it's like I'm, you know, 2 hours later and it still hasn't uploaded to YouTube because it's 4K.
Yeah. If I may interject, I was talking about my PI Dreams. That guy exclusively uses a GoPro camera, and his videos are just fantastic. He uses the time lapse on it for when he's doing some work on building his house, which makes the video even much more interesting. Another thing I wanted to say was my videos have grown over the last several months. I'm getting better and better. I think it's because I'm watching more and more different vloggers out there on YouTube, and not just drone flyers but these other channels, these travel channels, these FX channels, these all kinds of channels, and they give me ideas, and I think that's where I came up with that fantastic video that Bill H liked so much that got me to this wonderful spot here. So
I don't think it was just the one video. I think you just got talent that you just didn't realize you had, and it's starting to come out.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Back to Bill H's point though, just to finish up. You know, on the 4K and the YouTube video. I mean, but people don't realize that YouTube heavily compresses your video. So even if you shot this perfectly high resolution 4K 60 frames per second video, once YouTube compresses it, and it comes out, through your home internet connection, which probably compresses again. I mean, you probably can't, you probably really can't see the difference between somebody that just shot a 1080 30, with all this heavily compression going on, unless you have the world's fastest internet connection. Even then, YouTube's still compressing the video on their end. So, I mean, if I shot 4K 60 on a high definition camera and I invited you over to my house and we watched the video on my 5K iMac, yes, you could see the difference between the 1080p and this super high K 4K, but you're basically not going to see it on YouTube.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but True Drone Reviews in the comments or in the chat, he said that YouTube promotes 4K videos more. That's why people do it. My 4K videos always get more views. That could be true. But like Ron's saying, it's like, for me, why do I, the time that it takes to do that, I can get other videos out. All right. And for me, and it's just like I told people that want to get started, in the drone business, doing like either real estate or event photography or that type of thing. I've always suggested and I've given advice to people that when you're out there, okay, when you're home doing your editing, okay, you're not out shooting and you need to go out and shoot, and that's how you make your money. And a lot of guys, what they do is they'll farm out their editing to places, some third party places that will do their editing for them and to put this together, because you know what, if you're not out shooting, you're not making content, and you need to make content and do that. And that's kind of what I'm saying here is, if you're not out shooting another video and getting it uploaded, you're not, and you're waiting, you're still waiting on your 4K to upload. I mean, the time it takes, I've done some time studies. The time it takes for like a 4K 10-minute video to upload to YouTube, especially if it's in the evening, it's like I better set it, forget it, and check it in the morning kind of a thing.
Yeah, you're right there, Bill.
I upload my 4K video like at midnight, like I go to bed and I upload it or whatever, and then there it is in the morning. So, like you said, you have to be careful about what time you upload stuff. Plus, we talk about every drone has a sweet spot for its video quality. Like I found in the Mavic Pro Classic, we'll call it the Mavic Pro 1, the sweet spot for that recording wasn't 4K. It was 2.7K and using the DCInlike log file, and that got me the best video, and over using the 4K. And you just have to find a sweet spot in your camera. I mean, Keith probably knows that every camera has their sweet spot, where they take the best pictures or video, whatever, and it's not always the highest setting.
No, I agree with Bill. It's not about the quality. It's about the content that you produce. If you produce good content, you will always get people watching good content. It's like when I used to do wedding videos. Used to be there 12 hours a day at a wedding and perhaps take 6 hours of footage. The couple used to get about a 20-minute highlight video of their day. And you think, well, why do you take 6 hours? Because you pick out your best shots. It's like going with a drone. A lot of people fly for 30 minutes or 23, 25 minutes, whatever length the battery life is. But out of that, you should get at least 60 seconds of great drone camera shots if you know how to use a drone as a camera. And that's where a lot of people, you know, it's as Bill says, you've got to get off your backside and go out and produce some content. If you don't produce, your channel is never going to grow. If you're just a watcher, well, just be a watcher and don't produce anything. You know, it's if you are a creator, you've got to spend less time watching other people's videos, more time in getting out there and producing good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the point he's making in photography, if I take a nice portrait of somebody and they love it, they've never come back to me and say, "Oh, I wish you would have taken that with a 48 megapixel full frame camera." Nobody ever says that. If you get a nice portrait of somebody, they don't care what the specs of the camera were that I got the portrait with. The thing is, I got the good, you know, the lighting was right, you know, the pose was right or whatever. They were the important things, not how many megapixels the camera had or whether it was full frame or whatever. So, you know, that's agreeing with what you guys are saying. It's not the equipment, it's the content you produce with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's that we've had some really, really good discussions today, but I'm not trying to be but Bill have wives that expect us to go Christmas shopping and finalize things today, and we really need to wind things up. And I'm grateful to have everybody here, and it looks like that we could definitely have everybody back on at another time and continue some more interesting discussions. I wanted to check with my normal co-hosts and see what you all thought about maybe doing something on coming back on January 2nd, the day after New Year's, or do y'all want to wait another week and push it for another week after that? What do you think, Bill and Ron?
I could probably do January 2nd.
What do you think, Bill?
January. Oh, in the evening, yeah. During the day.
No, nighttime. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good.
Back to Wednesdays like we had been doing.
Yes, unfortunately, because I work for a retail organization, I have to work on days like that.
Yeah.
I say that with a smile on my face.
But I want to say that I'm very grateful to have everyone here, and everyone here is more than welcome to come back and join us at a future time. Even Mr. Justin Barrett, I would like to have you on at some point in time to maybe go through a video session or editing session. I know you're extremely busy at times and you may not be able to find the time, but it would be great if you could. And I will pass it to Art, and then Art, you decide who you want to pass it to say your Merry Christmases, and then y'all can throw it back to me at the end. Art?
All right. Well, I just want to thank the drone community for doing, you know, a great job, you know, helping me out. It just warms my heart. It just makes my Christmas that much better, and I feel honored to be a part of a wonderful community. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and enjoy your time with your family. And let's all have a great New Year's, and see you next year.
All right, 2019. And Bill, how about you?
Again, I gotta, you know, I gotta thank Bill Thomas. He just, I get a lot of inspiration from him and our other weekly co-host Ron Brown. You guys are incredible, and I'm so glad to be a part of this wonderful thing called Bucketlist Boys. We're having a blast. We keep on doing it. We keep pushing it. And I want to thank our guest today who showed up. Thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day on Saturday to spend some time with us. I want to thank our wives. I know Bill's wife and mine for letting us being able to do this like 3 days before the holidays kind of thing. So I want to throw out the thanks for that. Of course, I did use some of that coffee fund to get Valerie some coffee this morning, so that kind of made her happy. And I guess I want to wish a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody out there. You know, and one thing I want to say about that, you know, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. And that's where it starts. The peace begins at home. if you don't have peace in your home, there can never be peace in the world. So remember, why and what Christmas is all about and what the reason for the season is. And I'll pass it on to Mr. Ron Brown.
Hello, thank you, Bill. I want to thank Bill Thomas for letting me be part of this great show. I really enjoy, this broadcast, and I hope the audience is doing as much as we do. And I want to thank Bill H for being a great co-host, and I want to thank all our special guests today, Justin, Art, and Keith. And I don't want to forget the chat room. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat room. I'm glad you come and join us and be part of the experience. And before I leave, I want to just say, to Keith that you need to come back. We need to have a show where we talk about OBS sometime.
Yeah, I would love to.
He's planning on switching his show over to OBS in the near future. We have the same plans too, so I'm sure we can compare notes and and help both of our shows move forward.
Yeah, I'm agreed on that. I'm always willing to help, and I thank everybody for coming into the chat. I thank Bill and yourself and Art and Justin for inviting me on this stream tonight. Really enjoyed myself, and I look forward to joining the panel again if I get an invitation.
Oh, you will most definitely get an invitation, and I want to pass to the video editing specialist, Justin, for the end of his holiday wishes before we sign off.
Get the accolades there, but I'm far from a video editing specialist. I've still got a lot to learn myself. Kind of most from the animation background. Not done a lot of video production, but I pick up a lot here and there, and I just learn and try and share what I learn. But thank you for having me in here in the chat. It was a lot of fun interacting with you guys and being welcomed into the community. Droneless. Just keep it simple. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. And go out there and share some love.
Well, thank you very much. And did you all hear what he said? He keeps saying droneless. Droneless in the community.
We need to remedy that.
I think we got to take care of this droneless Justin Barry.
Yeah.
So that's like our next big thing.
Where's Justin live at? Where do you live, Justin?
I'm outside of the Fort Worth area, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex.
Oh, so you could fly a lot more than we can here in New Jersey. Then you got more good weather.
I like to think so, although there's some pretty windy days around here, I'll say.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, and I'm glad to have everybody here. Hopefully next time I'll actually be able to have some ladies on, and I won't stutter by saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, like I just did. Some more guests on the panel next time. I'm grateful to have everyone here. I love this community. I love drones. I love making videos and editing, and I am extremely grateful for everyone here. Please have a safe and happy holidays. Spend time with your family. Say hi to long-lost friends and share some love. Bye-bye.